Good morning, folks. It's November. Oh, November, May 4th, 2020. So what I got set up here? What are we looking at? We're looking at Amerika Bomber, Evil Queen of the Skies. Let's see here. That's the box top. If you look at it is reminiscent of B-17 Queen of the Skies. There, if you look at that. The cover, of the rule book or the cover of the game, it reminds you of that. But it's coming from the angle that I guess you can call it alternate history. I call alternate history more like science fiction. This I would call could have been history. This is if the timeline didn't go like we thought it would go, and so we have Germany with aircraft that are planned bombing aircraft coming out of the Azores and bombing the United States, especially along the East Coast. Not just the East Coast. Some of this is in the Midwest, Indiana, and up there in Michigan and that. So I think I played enough to give you a review of it. It's unashamedly. It's unashamed, and it's being a sequel or being a game like B-17 Queen of the Skies. And the problem, the problem for a designer with this game, the benefit of a designer with this game is it's a beloved system that if you do it properly, people are going to like it. The flip side to that is if you change it too much, it's going to be hated. And so you walk a line there when you're trying to make a game inspired on another game. And this is very much inspired, unashamedly inspired by B-17 Queen of the Skies, as I said. But you're playing the bad guys. So in a fantasy type, I don't know if fantasy is the right word, just a fun game, a fun look at a weird time in history, a change of history, what could have happened. Well, I'll talk about the components. I've talked about this in my unboxing. The components, they're okay. They're okay. They're okay. They're not horrible, but they're not components like GMT usually components. Like the counters are a little thin. I'm not happy with the counters are hard to pick up. They're a little thin. Components are okay. I could have expected more for $60 or whatever it is you're paying for this game, but that's fine. I'm buying the game for the subject matter, for the game, not for the components. I get that. So, how about the game? Well, Greg Smith have done a really good job in making you feel like B-17 Queen of the Skies, because that's exactly what it feels like as you're playing. Now, it's streamlined. So how do you streamline that? Well, this is the map, obviously. The map's very much inspired by the original map, but it's kind of cool, a little bit bigger. The map is, look at that. But it's streamlined in the sense that I remember the different waves of fighters might not be there. It might just be one wave or two, or you roll twice when it's in the target zone. Okay. Yeah, so it's a little the mechanic, but it's still there. It's still exactly what you would want from this game if you were to play this. It's a B-17 game for sure. But what else is there? Well, the decisions on the mission, are about the same. They have added, and I don't believe the original B-17, they have added chaff that you can, use around the anti-aircraft, the AAA guns. But the thing about it is here. But the basic decisions are the same. Either you turn around and go home. That's the biggest decision. Who you're going to shoot at, who you're going to aim your guns at, and what fighters your fighter cover is going to chase away. Those are the three decisions that are in B-17 are in here as well. But yeah, there are more decisions to make, and that basically comes from this here. If you see this, that is going to be a research track, kind of a tech tree, and your skills. So you're going to be able to bring your skills, to pick what skills you want, to see what direction you're going to go on the research, which is way cool, by the way, because you can. It gives you more decisions. It gives you a little bit more decisions, but that's how that. That's how that is. So you get more decisions. You get more a streamlined game. You've got three charts, front and back, that you're actually using. It's still deadly. This isn't Steve Dixon's B-29. Well, or I haven't played Target for a day. I like Steve Dixon's games. I like B-29, but it's a little less deadly. This is deadly. This is just as deadly as the B-17 Queen of the Skies. So if you like B-17 Queen of the Skies, you will like this. If you're new to solo wargaming, this is a very easy game to get started. So yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. I would recommend it. But again, like I said, don't expect too much from the components. Best thing about the components is the box. But the game is great. But it feels weird because you are playing the bad guys. And I can disassociate when I'm bombing, the East Coast United States. I can disassociate that and say, that's not really doing it. Because it feels much like, but when you start saying, ooh, look, I've won the Iron Cross, you say, wait a minute, this is odd. So yeah, you are playing the bad guys. And it's a nice look at, so you don't really want to root for yourself too much. You don't want to root to drop an atomic bomb on the United States. I can't do that. Root for that. But so yeah, interesting game. Interesting look at a game. Recommend it. This is just as quick and dirty as review I can give it. I'm getting ready to go out and do some cooking out. So y'all have a great day. Bye bye.